Hey guys, welcome back. So I have a bit of a problem. I have started so many seeds over the past couple of months, and now I have nowhere to plant them. In today's project, we're going to be expanding the raised bed garden because we need more space. So if you're interested in seeing another garden transformation, then this is a video for you. But before we get started, if you're new here, hi guys, my name is Marsha, the Blackthumbgardener, and I live in Ontario, Canada, Zone 5B, and welcome to my garden. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now let's get started. So last year we expanded this raised bed garden area and added 3 new raised beds, and it's worked out really well. And we also added this little brick border to divide the raised bed garden from everything else. But to be honest guys, this grassy area is a waste of space, and I need more space in my raised bed garden. So what we're going to do today is remove the bricks that are here. We're going to mow the grass. We're going to expand the raised bed garden section over here in this grassy area. And then what I'd also like to do is add a little pathway that leads all the way up to the raised bed garden space. Now this is the entrance into my garden from the side. And then you walk up. Here's the Vago raised bed. And then you get to the raised bed garden area right here. So just giving you a before view before we start our transformation. So I wanted to do this project on a cheap using things that I already had available. And guess what? So I have these pavers right here that have been sitting here from a project we did a few years back. So I wanted to use that to build my pathway up to the new raised bed section. I also have my lawnmower here because we need to cut the grass. It's gotten pretty long and I want to get that done before we get started. You know that saying, when one person mows their lawn, everybody decides to. So I may have to do some voiceovers here because it's a bit noisy. Hey guys, it's looking so much better. The lawn is mowed and I've also trimmed the edges of the grass. It's actually looking pretty good. I don't want to do anything with it right now, but I did lose some daffodils along the way, but you know, I am not an expert. So I do not like cutting the grass. It's probably one of my most hated garden activities to do. While I don't do a great job, the job gets done. That's all that matters. The job is just getting done. Okay, so right now I think I'm going to remove all of the bricks and redo the edging for the garden bed. I want to see how it looks. I might change my mind in the end just to see how things go. And then I'm going to take the rest of the bricks because I don't think I'm going to use everything here. And then I'm going to come down here and create a little separate, you know, like paved out section underneath my faucet. You give me feelings. Okay, this is what it looks like now. I originally had 2 per side and I thought it was too wide, and this is the patio paver that I wanted to use that I have along the side. So I put 3 down on each side. Then I decided to put it in the paver in the middle just to see how it was, and I think 3 bricks on each side is a perfect width. And then this fits perfectly inside. I just have to dig down to make sure that it's flat with the pavers, but I think it looks good. The entrance feels a bit small to me, but it's not a big garden, so it's not going to be. I just need it big enough to step inside And I think this is good. What do you guys think? I was thinking of making the entrance bigger, but I think that would be too big, and then it's kind of like, what's the point? So I think putting the paver there in the middle makes sense. And then I'll have the paver entrance from the backyard all the way up. Yeah, I think this looks good. I think it's coming together. Guys, when I do these projects, I have a rough idea of what I'm looking for, and then I just get right to it. My husband's the one who does more of the planning. He's the one who built the deck with the kids. He also built some of the raised beds. Like, he is very meticulous, organized, measure 50 million times and cut once. I'm the opposite. Of course, like, I will have a vision, a rough layout, and I'll just get right to it and figure things out along the way. So that's what we're doing today. Okay guys, we're done putting down the weed barrier. I always forget that doing these garden projects takes a lot of effort. I'm always excited when the project is done, but I always forget the next year about how much work goes into it. So what I did is I used the weed barrier and placed them under the bricks to help keep it nice and snug. And then I used I use staples to hold the fabric down. And I think that's going to work nicely because that's what I have in my main raised bed garden area. So I'm excited. It looks so good. I feel like I should add a raised bed here. What do you think? I feel like it's the perfect spot for, I know. I should not. I am not going to add another one, but it's tempting, isn't it? Before I get the mulch to add to that section at the back, this is what it looks like now. When you come in, this is the area all nice and tidy. This is a little stepping stone to get to the other side. And then we have all of this. It's slowly coming together. I'm still on the fence. Can you believe after all of this work? I'm not 100% sold yet, but I need to go grab that mulch to put down. So let's do that first. So there are two products I'm going to be using today to cover my extended raised bed area. The first is going to be something I got for free, of course. And when I went to the compost day in Whitby, I actually picked up some wood chips for free, and I do have 5 buckets of wood chips that I'm going to be putting down first. And then on top of that, I'm going to be putting some pine bark nuggets. It's what I've used for my main raised bed area. I like the product because it's a little bit bigger, the pieces, and it's becoming discontinued. So I'm a little bit worried about that. So my goal is to cover the top of the wood chips with the pine bark nuggets and then fill in areas of my raised bed garden that are also low on pine bark nuggets as well. So let's do that. We are on day 2 of our garden project and we got a lot done yesterday, and can you believe it? I'm still on the fence as to whether I like it. But we're going to continue on and we have to add the pathway today, but let's do a recap of everything that we did yesterday. Okay, the first thing that we did yesterday was mow the lawn because it desperately needed to be cut. And then we have our main raised bed area that we extended. So the first thing that I did yesterday, I didn't show on camera, but I did dig a trench and then I laid down the bricks. So I have 3 bricks on each side, and then I added this paver in the middle, which is our stepping stone into the main raised bed area. Then we laid some fabric, landscape fabric or weed barrier, which I do have in the rest of my garden bed area. And then on top of that, we added some wood chips. And then finally, we added our pine bark nuggets. This is what it looks like. So let's go grab the pavers I showed you yesterday that's on the side of the house. I just want to lay the pavers down in the right spot to see if I like it, make changes, and then we can dig. Okay guys, I have finished digging the pathway. It looks pretty good. Is it perfectly straight? It's not, but that's fine. It's not going to be. What I was planning to do, I think I have some gravel, some fine gravel I'm going to put underneath each section. What I've done is I don't have a tamper, so I've just used my feet to tamp down the dirt, and then I'm going to add the gravel. I think it's gravel that I have, and then I'm going to tamp that down with my feet and then lay the pieces in. So let's go. Guys, I cannot believe that we are finally done with the pathway. It was a little bit more work than I anticipated. I did add a layer. I thought it was gravel, but it was limestone, I believe. And I think that's what we used as part of the layer to build the deck. So we had a ton of that left over on the side of the house, and it was good timing. So I used that as well. So this project pretty much so far has only cost me, I want to say about $15, which is the cost of the pine bark mulch I got on clearance. And that's pretty much it. Everything else I used from materials I found around the garden, which is really nice. So right now, this is what the path looks like. I wanted to almost seem like it always existed here. So what I did is I filled around the pathway markers with some extra dirt that I took from inside of it, and that makes it look like it's kind of sunk in and that it was always there. I think once I reseed grass in this space, it'll look really nice. So now that the pathway is done and we are done with the extension of the raised bed area, I wanted to spruce things up a bit, of course, because I can't leave it bare. I do have some containers that are in the garage that will be going here, but I'm not ready for that yet. But I'm just gonna, decorate it a bit. So I have these 2 containers beside me that I want to put flanking the entrance to the raised bed area. It comes in a set of 3. I think I bought this from Jisk a few years back. And the third one is on my deck right now with flowers. And I thought this would be perfect to use the other 2 for the entrance to the raised bed area. So I also have these 2 lights, and I picked this up from Costco. I have this one here, and then one at the end. And I originally installed them when all of this area was grass and it looked really nice. It was kind of the entrance to my main garden bed. And since I've expanded everything, I think I want to take those two and put them at the entrance to the raised bed area. I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think it'll look really nice. So let's get that done quickly. The containers make it look way too cluttered. I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to put them, but yeah, I like it with just the lights. I'm gonna see how it looks at night. I think that would look really nice. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And there you have it, guys, an entire pathway and an extended raised bed section built in just 2 days. I am really happy with the results. And just to recap, this is what it looked like before. And this is what it looks like now. I'd like to give it a season before I make a final decision, because sometimes you end up loving it. Sometimes you make small changes that make it work. So for right now, I'm going to leave it as it is. I need to find a home for those 2 containers because I got a lot of things to plant. I'm telling you, I got a lot that I need to plant in the grow room. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got some inspiration, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.